Hi, thanks for joining me today. Today we're reading Knuffle Bunny 2, A Case of Mistaken Identity by Mo Willems. He's the author, so he wrote the words, and he's the illustrator, so he did the pictures. And this is actually the second book in the Knuffle Bunny series. The first book was called Knuffle Bunny, A Cautionary Tale, and it had a little girl named Trixie when she was just a baby. And it was about the first time she said the words Knuffle Bunny. And this one's the second part, so we'll have to see what happens with Trixie and her special Knuffle Bunny in this book. You can see there's 2 Knuffle Bunnies in these pictures. This might be a clue as to what will happen. Knuffle Bunny 2, A Case of Mistaken Identity. One morning, not so long ago, Trixie took a walk with her daddy. By now, Trixie really knew how to talk. And she says, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to show an Amy, and then I'll show Meg, and then I'll show Margot, and then I'll show Jane, and then I'll show Leela, and then I'll show Rebecca, and then I'll show Noah, and then I'll show Robbie, and then I'll show Tashi, and then I'll show Casey, and then I'll show Coney, and then I'll show Parker, and then I'll show Brian, and talk and talk. Trixie was excited because she was taking her one-of-a-kind Knuffle Bunny someplace very special. Come on! I wonder where she's going. Oh, school. There's Trixie getting ready and taking Knuffle Bunny into school. Trixie couldn't wait to show Knuffle Bunny to Miss Greengrove and all of her pre-K friends. But just as her daddy kissed her goodbye, Trixie saw Sonia. What does Sonia have? Her own bunny. Suddenly, Trixie's one-of-a-kind Knuffle Bunny wasn't so one-of-a-kind anymore. The morning did not go well. Knuffle, 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 Knuffle. The afternoon was worse. You can see, it looks like the teacher got frustrated and had to take the bunnies away because they were yelling at each other about how to say the word Knuffle or Knuffle. When the school bell rang, Miss Greengrove returned the Knuffle Bunnies, and the day got better. Oh, looks like my page is torn. Then, before she knew it, it was time to go home. Trixie ate her dinner. She devoured her dessert. She brushed her teeth and tried to escape the mommy and daddy robots from Planet Slurp. And at 1:30 bedtime, Trixie was tucked in. But a few hours later, you can see Trixie's kind of tossing and turning. Trixie realized something. Trixie marched into her mommy and daddy's room and said, "This is not my bunny." Trixie's daddy tried to explain what 2:30 a.m. means. He asked, "Can we deal with this in the morning?" You can see. What do you think Trixie's face says? Trixie's daddy went to the phone, but before he even made it down the stairs, bring, bring, the phone rang. "We have your bunny," said a man's voice on the other end. What do you think that's calling? Maybe Sonia's dad? "We have yours," replied Trixie's daddy. Arrangements were made. Trixie and her daddy rushed across the neighborhood. Trixie did not want to be late. Neither did Sonia. You can see Sonia's coming from this end and Trixie's coming from this end. And they're both trying to get their bunnies back. There was an exchange. And the Knuffle bunnies were back where they belonged. I was so worried about my bunny, said Sonia. So was I, Trixie replied. They both said, I'm glad you got your bunny back, at the exact same time. And that is how Trixie found her first best friend. And then this says, Knuffle Bunny accepted, of course. The end. And there's 2 Knuffle bunnies. But there's something special. Epilogue. That means a little bit after the end. The next morning, both Trixie and Sonia rushed to school. The new best friends had a lot of catching up to do. Do you want to play with my Knuffle bunny? Sure. Do you want to play with mine? And the daddies look a little surprised. And there's both Knuffle bunnies. And that's the end of the book. Thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.